Steve-o, why did you leave Liverpool, Darren? Because I was homeless, lad. I had nowhere to live, mate. I had nowhere to live, broke up with the girl I was living with. Basically got kicked out. Had to search for somewhere to live. Went on Instagram. I mean, went on the social medias, looked for everywhere in Liverpool, but it's like the minute they heard my name, G, it was like, oh. And I don't think blame them, do you know what I mean? Because the attention that the gaffs were getting I was living in was just getting harassed and windows smashed and all. That's rats do. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I just got onto social media, went onto Facebook Market, to see if I can get a private landlord anywhere. Even though I had no money, I was just looking. It happened for me last time in Blackburn, ended up in a flat, so I'd just done the same process. And the only thing that came up was supported accommodation in Birmingham. So I rang the company 3 years ago actually. Rang the company, said blah blah, they went, yeah, all you've got to do, mate, is get to New Street train station in Birmingham. I'd never been to Birmingham, so it was all like a fresh thing for me. And don't forget, mate, I've just done an 18-year prison sentence, just had 3 attempts on my life in the last 6 months. Do you understand? So I'm all scatty anyway. So I needed a break. You know, I stayed in my apartment for a full year in Anfield, in L5, doing lives every night, writing all them people off that still write off today. Not one of them had come through my front door, mate. They tried once and then bailed when they understand I was waiting to have it with them on the other side of the door. And this isn't bullshitting, mate. That's the same flat that Cashman came to when I was writing his master off, Shorty. Do you understand what I'm saying? I never went nowhere when it was hot. Trust me, it got to the point where I'm on the 3rd floor. I've got a Juliet balcony. When I stand on my balcony, I can see Anfield's ground. Clear. I can hear the crowd cheering. And I was loving it. There's no way I was moving. On my feet there as boss. Had a studio in there, music studio. Had everything I needed. The only thing that was happening with me, I had all rats from me past paying dickheads who I didn't even know to target me and try and shut me down and get me out the area and all this. And I was just refusing. Not moving me, mates. I think I am. Just refused to move. Got to the point where my mental health started deteriorating. After 8 months in that apartment under that constant pressure, I started putting boards up on my windows. I was sitting there every night thinking, right, all my windows are going to be put on soon. Every single window's going to be put on soon. So instead of it just reacting on the night it happened, I just boarded up and said, let it happen. Carried on with my lives. You had pulling up outside me flat in from 30 grand cars, shouting out the windows while I'm on my live. Ripping the back out of him in his bed. He's pulling up outside screaming, nye, 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 nye. And I used to tell him, like I always told him, come in. You know, any other little dickhead, you'd be good taking the hinges off his door. Come in. I'm not going nowhere. You want me? Come through my door. That's all they had to do, like they do with any fucking little rat. You take the door off, deal with them. They were getting screamed at on a regular basis. Don't stand outside me flat with your pieces in the bushes. Come and take the door off. Come in for me. So I was there for a year. Eventually, I'm doing lives every night, like I said, and whilst I'm on this live, some Scouse bird just appeared from nowhere. He was based in Essex, but lived in Truebrook. Lived in that estate, that mad estate where all the little rats and the lamb used to chill. And her name was Alex. I didn't have a clue that she was. She was just a Scouse bird. She's locked onto me while I'm doing my lives. After my live, messaged me. Within 2 days, she's at my apartment in this Range Rover. Flossing, Rolex on and all. I'm thinking, who's this bird? So she puts it into me head, you need to get gone, you can't suffer this, you're going to lose the plot. Because I'm in this flat, me, boarded up, smoking pure weed, doing lives, writing every cunt off. So she's popped up and said, you need to get gone here. I've been offered a job in Guernsey. I'm a nurse. I've been offered a job in Guernsey. Do you want to come with me? I thought, where the Guernsey? It's facing France, it's like a summer holiday. I said, is it? Let's go. Got a bag, got me passport, got myself a nice chunk of weed and parked my arse on the side of that rangy. And we were gone, mate. Flew down to in Portsmouth, got on this mad little thing, shot over to that island of Guernsey. Now, I didn't know all the details of this bird. Apparently, she'd been with a boyfriend. Her boyfriend was an estate or one of these property fellas. She'd put loads of dough into it. Her boyfriend had bumped her off. And this was all recent. This was all like recent. I think she was on a rebound with me. You know what I mean? But I didn't give. So anyway, I end up in this Guernsey. And while I'm in this Guernsey, it's dear as we're in an Airbnb. And this Airbnb is owned by a fella called Frank. And Frank on the island of Guernsey used to go round every morning at about 4 in the morning, go out on his boat and get all fresh cockles, you know, for the restaurants on the island. So every restaurant on the island used to get the scallops off this Frank, who was living underneath us in this Airbnb. It was his. Do you understand? So when she's going for a nursing, I've managed to get along with this Frank and go scalloping with him a few times a morning in this truck. I only went once, to be honest with you. And honest to God, I nearly died on the boat. I'm not even lying to you, I nearly died on this boat like 4 o'clock in the morning. Frank's realised I'm always round doing call. Do you want to come with me? Well, yeah, go on, let's go. I'm up for a graft. You know what I mean? I'm up for getting messy. So I've gone with this Frank, jumped on this trawler. And it's a mess, you know, where he's only been doing it himself for ages. I think his family member's gone somewhere. And it was a mess. You'd have buckets all over the gaff. And you know where he's just been doing his trawl and leaving it off. So while we're flying out there, as we're like on this choppy water, getting out to where we need to go to get these things, he's already laid out there. Now, as we were going out, he'd be dropping these things as we're going out. And we'd go right round. And then as we're coming back in, we'd do another circle and pick them all back up again. Do you understand what I'm saying? But as we're on the way out, he's dropped all the things. And as we're doing a little lap round or whatever, I start cleaning from back of the boat where I'm at. You know, because I'm bored, I just want to help this fella. Because he's an old man. He's able. But I was just doing my bit for him, you know what I mean? So as I'm cleaning these things, there's been a set of buckets where I used to put all bait and all this mad, you know, fish. And it's like it's been stacked in the corner for a few months or something. And as I'm pulling this out and trying to ram it off, I've pulled one out and a big spray of water has come out the bottom bucket and went right in my mouth. And I swallowed it instantly, you know, like a reaction. What was down, it was salty water, like, and I just went... Just started going, I feel sick. Within 5 minutes, I'm saying to this Frank, I feel sick as me, Frank. What's wrong with you? I don't know. I weren't even putting it down to the water. You know what I mean? Within a flash, I'm curled up in a fetal position on this boat like that. Spewing up, sweating to my pants. I'm not lying. Honest to God, last time I went fishing with Frank. Anyway, got back to this gaff. I'm in bed for 3 days. 3 days. This nurse, this Alice, going, what's wrong with you? I'm going, I'm dying. I think I got poisoned off the water. I'm like, damn, I'm dying. She's trying to bang me. I'm going, are you kidding? Anyway, another week or two goes by. I've recovered and she starts moving a bit moody and I think, wow. So I'm sat with her this day and I think, who's messaging? She's only messaging her ex-fella. This fella that she's on and all. She was asking me to do things to him and all this. Well, anyway, she's texting him, so I've just took that as a way of going by. You're on it. Gone now. Ended up in Gosport, in a flat in Gosport. And I was sweet there. I had everything I needed. She helped me get it all. I had everything I needed there. And then I've been in the gym. I've had to go to the job centre because I've changed areas. I've got to get in the job centre and do all that bull. So I've gone to the job centre, when I finished, got myself skins thinking, yeah, I'll get back to that gaff there, have a little joint and go on a bike ride. Because I've got a decent bike in that there, yeah. I've gone in there, and as I've come round the corner into the car park, there's busies there. 2 plug cars are there, telling me I'm not allowed to go back in this house. Because I've a bird off, she's turned scatty on me. She was on the tenancy, and I didn't realise. So now she's saying she doesn't want me in this house. And whilst I've been at the gaff, she's been in the gaff and took half. She put me bike in the back of a van, put some of me clothes, some like mad to do at my studio, just took it all. Now I'm stuck in Gosport with nowhere to live. I'm not lying now, it's been funny. So I'm in Gosport now, but whilst I've been in Gosport, I've been floating around, you know, getting to know the usual rodents and that. And there was a block just round the corner, so I'm having to sleep in this block, and that's where the first time that Cody Lackey ever pops into my life. Some weird kid used to suck the bulb off Dominic Noonan years ago. I'm homeless now, in the bottom of this block in Gosport. I've got my bag with me, and I'm sleeping in this flats, you know, a block of flats. I'm sleeping at the bottom on the floor next to the lift because there's a plug, and I'm charging my phone doing a live while I'm in Gosport, and I'm saying to them, look, I'm on the streets here. I'm not crying for help. I'm just saying, look, it's sweet, don't worry about me, I'll work it out. And when I've come off my live, some kids contact me. We can't have you down here like that, Darren. I'm going to come and get you and I'll put you up. I thought, oh, alright, who's this kid? Cody Lackey appears with his bird. So I didn't know he was that way inclined. You know, a share lifter, because he came initially with a bird. He's come with a woman. So he's put all my stuff in his car, bombed me up to his, put me in his flat for a few days, and then madness happened in there. And then that was it. That was my experience. That's why I left Anfield, basically, lad.